Hello, Cyber World. This is Cherie Latte coming to you from Cherie Latte Salon Couture in West Philly. I wanted to do a video about our couture version Indian hair and version hair itself. Well, basically what you're looking at is what Salon Couture has to offer. This is our couture version Indian hair directly from India. We get it straight from the temple. This one here that you see is our natural curly. I believe that's 16 inches. This is our natural straight, and I believe that's 12. And then that's our natural curly again. This is, I believe, 20 inches. It's very pretty, as you can see. It's all natural, beautiful, all version. So I'll show you a little bit of what it does and what it looks like when it's in your head. Over here, this is our L Boogie. She has in the straight. I think she has 16 inches. I'm not sure. It might have been 14. Over here, we have our beautiful Adriana. I'm pretty sure you've seen her pictures. She has in a natural curly that is the natural curly 28 inches. And then, of course, you know we had to press it straight. Yes, all the hairs do go straight. It is natural hair, so you can press it out. This is what it looks like pressed out. Beautiful, right? And that's 28 inches. And then over here, we have Nurse Crystal. This is I want to say 14. She's short, so it came down really long. See, I think it's 14 and 16, but she got the wavy. And here's when we freshly put it in, and we just, you know, kind of did it straight. And then about 2 months later, we went in and we did some highlights on it. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Up here's yours truly. I have in the natural straight. It's kind of glare. You can see all these pictures are online and on our Facebook and YouTube's. The natural straight, this was a special order of 36 inches. And then here I have a picture of it in a natural ponytail. Come on down here. This is the natural curly. What you see here, that's that hair right there. Gorgeous, right? I love it. Like, I still have the straight in. I redid it. I reapplied it. This is my second application that I actually have in right now. But every time I see the curly, I'm like, wait a minute. I think I need to put that back in. But anyway, this is the curly. I believe this is actually Adriana's hair before I put it in. Here's all three. This is actually the wavy. And this is actually the straight. The straight it does wave up some. And this is the natural curly. Now, this is the natural curly in my hair. I was in AC in the jacuzzi, and I just got out and let it dry. Here we have, oh yeah, this is Andrea. She had got the ombre color. And this is actually a partial. And she has the straight. I believe that's 16 inches. Oh, no, that's wavy. Okay. Well, she has it in wavy. Then we have the wavy hair left in its natural texture. That's actually our Shababa. Hey, Shababa. This is Nicole. I know everybody knows Nikki. Naughty Nikki. She actually has in a partial as well. I believe this is 14 inches straight. And we did a customized couture color on her. And here we have actually one of the owners of the company that I get my hair from. And she has an 18 inches wavy, and it is customized color. Okay, so that's a little bit about what it does. I will let y'all see mine and what it looks like after a year being old, but I didn't do my hair today. I look a hot mess. All right, I'm going to let y'all see. Don't judge me. It is a year old. This is this hair here. And what I'm about to show you is the second application. I did not do my hair today. It's my day off. Don't judge me. But I'm going to let you see. I got a little fishtail. Okay. So there you go. And my little messy fishtail. I didn't do my hair. So this is 2 days old. Not doing anything to it. But it is actually my second application. I had it in. This is the first time I did it. Right here. I wore that for about 4 months. Then I took it out. I wore my real hair for about 4 months. And then I reapplied it. And now it's about time to come out. But it's a year old. Okay, so people want to know the difference between my hair and everybody else's hair. And what's the difference between Indian hair, Brazilian hair, Cambodian hair, Persian hair, and Malaysian hair, which is a very, very legitimate question. So I'm going to basically get into that for you today. Well, to start off with, the hair that where I get my hair from is a very, very, very credible source. It is virgin hair. It comes in four different textures. As I said, the straight, the wavy, the body wave, and the natural curly. The distributor that I get my hair from, he does travel back and forth to India quite often, and he gets it straight from the temple. I did have to be a licensed cosmetologist in order to be a distributor of his hair. I met him at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show. And in order to, get in the show, you have to have a license. So he only dealt with licensed cosmetologists. That's one. And then the next thing was you had to take this class to know about how to be a legitimate retailer and also how to care for this beautiful virgin hair. And the last step was I had to pay a reasonable distributor's fee. Like I wasn't able to get into this market for free. I had to and still have to pay a fee to be a distributor. So, he's really legit. He's exclusive. He exports it directly from India, from the temple, as seen in Chris Rock movie, Good Hair. This does come from the temple in India because it's a part of their religious belief. And he guarantees his hair. Out of 3 years of me dealing with him in business, I've had thousands of bundles. Actually, it's called kilos in hair. I've bought so many kilos of hair from him, and out of all of those kilos, I've had literally 2 bundles I've had to return. And, because he's a legitimate businessman and straight up, I was able to get those returned without a problem. So that's a little bit about where I get my hair from. So now I want to go into the questions about, so what's so different about your hair, Cherie, than everybody else's? Because, as you noticed lately, there's a whole lot of different people who are selling hair. Like I said, you got your Brazilian hair, your Cambodian hair, you have your, Malaysian hair. So I'm just going to share with you a little difference. Well, to start off with, guys, you have to really, really, really be careful who you're getting your hair from and who the distributor is. As you know, this Indian hair is selling like hotcakes. It's like as valuable as gold right now. Everybody wants to be fabulous, and can you blame them? I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. So because of that, because it's such a hot commodity, a lot of people that have are basically, trying to get a little extra money and get in on it, hustler mentality, a lot of different individuals, and you can't knock them for that. But the only thing is you have to be careful because some of them don't have any ties to, I guess you would say, the authenticity of it. They might not be even into hair or, even have a passion for the care of your hair or in its longevity. Sometimes you have to really be careful because people, they ought to make a couple dollars. So that's like me, if you came in a salon and now I'm selling, I don't know, sneakers, or cars. That's not my passion. I could sell you a lemon and I don't care because I don't have a real big passion about cars. So, if I sold you a hoopty, it's not really going to make no difference because I'm a salon. That's not my gift. It's not my passion. So basically, I said all that to say, just be really careful about who you're doing business with, because if people have no ties to it, they can sell you anything, and just as long as they made $1. Like with me, and as far as my these people here who I get in a part of his company who I get my hair from, they have a name. I have a name. So I have to make sure that what I'm selling is legit, that it's authentic, that is guaranteed, that is insured, because this is, who I am. I'm a hair care professional. Just like, sometimes people don't go to car lots to buy cars. They go to the dealer because they understand that the dealer has a higher liability, so they can't really kind of screw them over as much as a car lot could. So it's kind of the same concept. You know, a car lot needs to not have as much insurance or assurance, but where a dealer does, because it's a bigger name. And cars, it is its business. So because cars is its business, it has to make sure that its warranty and guarantee is correct and is right on point, and that they're selling the right product, you know, versus a car lot. So if you want to kind of put it in that form, I guess. So that's one thing. The next thing is a lot of different people. I actually had to talk to my distributor and his distributor, because I was very, very inquisitive about all the different hairs that I seen out. And he had assured me that a lot of the Brazilian hair or in Malaysian hair that in Indian hair that you do see out now is actually gathered hair. And what that actually mean, guys, is that individuals who, you know, understand that people might not be able to afford the authentic virgin hair, which is right here straight from the temple. What they actually do is they go from house to house in India, in Brazil, in different parts of the world, and they actually collect hair from brushes. Yes, I said it, guys. They go from house to house and buy hair from people's brushes. Disgusting, right? Well, they're making money. Have you ever bought some hair and wonder why the weft is so thin? And as you can see here, these bundles, it's full. For this to be 20 inches, that's a nice full amount. So my client, she's only going to, it's just actually for a partial, because my client has hair texture just like this. So we're only going to use this one. But for Adriana, she only needed 2 bundles because it's enough hair and on the weft, okay? Now, for me, because I went 36 inches, I did need 2.5 bundles. But most of the different hair you see out now, and this young lady, I believe she only has like 1.25. 1.25. Crystal has 2. She has 2. This is a partial. So that's 1. That's 2 right there. That's a full head sewing. That's a partial. That's 1 bundle. And then she has 2, and that's a full head. So if you ever notice that some of this hair, they're selling it 2, 3, and 4 bundles, because the weft is so thin, because it's actually gathered hair from brushes that they collect from people's houses. Now, why that's not virgin is because they actually get the hair from the brushes. What they do is they have to strip the hair. They have to strip it because it's all different colors, okay? And this is the same process that they use for the Remy hair you might see in a Chinese store or your Yakis. You ever notice when you open a bundle, first of all, it has a smell. Then second of all, it's like, you know, you see grays in it or different variations of colors. Like, you'll basically page through it and like it'll be like, you know, a bunch of different colors in it. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. And then the grays, and then it'd be strange. So basically what they have to do in processing that hair, because it's from so many sources, it's not just from one person, they have to strip the hair. And this is actually the Remy process. Yeah, that's the difference too between virgin and Remy. Remy is actually this process what I'm about to share with you. They have to strip the hair and make it all one color. Then they have to put the cuticle, because it's in so many different hair from so many different heads. They have to put all the cuticles in one direction. Then they have to go in and they have to dye it back with fabric dye. It's actually fabric dye. It's actually fabric dye that they do use to color the hair. That's why sometimes too, if you notice when you shampoo it, it's a lot of color coming out, because it's actually fabric dye, because they need to have something heavy to cover that back up. So because of that, guys, it's actually not virgin. Anything that you chemically treat, anything that you make Remy, is not virgin, okay? Virgin hair is what you see here. Virgin hair is when it actually gets scalped off of the person's head and is put on a weft. As you can see, all of this it's one shade, it's one color, it's full. That's because it's off one person's head, okay? Some of this hair, I actually had a client just bring in this so-called Brazilian virgin hair, and it was so thin. You know, in order to have a full head, she needed like 3 bundles. So that's why they're selling it like that. And then it doesn't last as long as our hair. Like I said, I've had this weave for about a year now. Crystal, she had hers in for 5 months. I actually had to I'm not going to put her out there, but it looks so pretty. I'm like, okay, Adriana. It's like, I don't want to let go. But it lasts so long. Like, we guarantee her hair for over a year. But this other hair that you see out there, that's why I shed so much in the brush, because it's from a brush. And they just put it on a weft. So you got to be really, really careful. And then they know that a lot of African American women, they're not going to really research. All they want to do is look pretty. So they slap any name on it. You know, Malaysian, Brazilian, you know, Indian, they say anything. But guys, you got to kind of look at it. Why is it so thin? You know, why is it so cheap? Why is there so many different shades in it? Why is it shedding so much? Why is there so many different lengths? Why doesn't it look like this? You can pretty much tell the difference. So that's one thing. The next thing you have to be careful about that hair, it is Remy hair that they chemically process, and it is gathered hair from brushes. Now, the bad part about that is that other bad part is that it can be lice in it. Yes, I said it, lice. Not just gray hair, which is a problem I've seen a lot, but actually lice. I've actually had people that sell this gathered hair try to sell it to me. So I know the difference. You know, I'm a hairstylist. I've been from New York to LA to Atlanta, all over, and I see the difference. Normally, that hair that has lice in it, you'll see it right up here. You'll actually see, it's normally at the top. It'll be like the lice eggs attached to this. I actually had a man the other day try to sell me some, and it was 4 bundles, and I pulled every bag out, and guess what? I didn't just see eggs. I seen bugs. The actual lice came falling out the bag. It was disgusting. So you have to be careful. You have to look onto the weft, and you'll actually see. You'll see it. It'll look kind of like lint almost. But if you look, because, you know, lint will just come off. But these things, you'll have to pull off the hair. That's because it came out of somebody's brush guy over in India, over in Brazil, wherever they're getting his hair from. And it's dirty. You know, and they're selling it to you, and you're putting it in your hair, and that's trifling. That's nasty. You know, I get really upset, because if you're going to sell me something that's not virgin and has lice in it, at least let me know. Let me make the decision. Don't just sell me something and tell me it's virgin and it's not, and then it's infested. You know, so I have a really huge problem with that. So you have to be really careful who your distributor is, guys. You got to check that hair and make sure it's no lice in it, no eggs, you know, go through it. Normally it's up at the top, because that's where the lice eggs are at, near their scalp. And that's where they try to weft it from the bulb of the hair. So you have to be very, very careful and check your hair for lice. Very, very careful. And then you have to think about it, guys. What Brazilian woman you know? Now, Indian hair, they do it actually with all these different so-called hairs. Get gathered hair and put it on the weft. But for authentic Brazilian hair, you're going to pay a pretty penny. And why? Because what Brazilian woman you know is going to scalp herself, sell it to the distributor for maybe $30, and then he turn around and sell it for $80 a bundle? And not going to happen. Everybody knows that. Brazilian women are known to be vain. They're known for their hair. They're known for their shapes. Okay? What Brazilian woman you know going to scalp themselves and then sell it to you for cheap? That's because it's not virgin Brazilian hair, guys. They're getting this hair from people's brushes and slapping any name on it. Indian, Persian, you know, Brazilian, anything. So please be careful. So if you're really, really getting pure virgin Brazilian hair, trust me, I've looked into it. My Connect has looked into it. It's way more expensive than this Indian hair, and then the virgin Indian hair. You want to know why? Because in India, it's a religious practice to scalp your head, as you've seen on Good Hair. So these women are actually donating their hair for free. Then they turn around, and the temple turns around and makes a profit. But if a Brazilian woman is going to scalp her head, and it's not a religious tradition, you better believe you're going to pay, sis, okay? And if you're going to pay her, then you're going to pay even more for the person who has to make it. So 100% authentic Brazilian hair is going to be way more expensive than any virgin Indian hair on the market. So that's another thing you want to kind of watch out for. Also, last but not least, pretty much, guys, just look at the price. Look at the price of most of this hair that they have on the market. You can get 3 bundles for $180 and $200. Guys, you get what you pay for. I understand everybody ain't balling. Everybody can't do it the Virgin way. I understand it, but just know that it's not real. It's not real. It's basically like going to Canal Street or Broad Street or 52nd Street and buying some Coach sneakers or some Jordans. So, because that's what you're getting. And that's why it doesn't last as long. So just really be careful about who you're buying hair from. I hate to see these lies, you know, and then people come in here and I have to revise it, and it's just crazy. So basically, Salon Couture wanted to educate you about what's going on out there. If it sounds too good to be true, that's because it is. You get what you pay for, guy. And you're looking at this video, you can see the difference. And last but not least, there is some better textures of this so-called Brazilian hair and Indian hair that I've seen on the market. And that actually is Asian hair that's been processed. Now, how you can tell that it's been processed, you ever take hair out the bag and it's supposed to be virgin? It has a strong odor to it. That's because it's actually Asian hair that's been basically curled. Like it's a chemical curl to give it this look here, this look. It's basically like a jerry curl, but it's actually Asian hair. So it's not Brazilian, it's not Malaysian, it's not Indian. If you have that real strong odor and you just can't get rid of it, that's because it's been chemically treated, and 9 times out of 10, it is Asian hair. You know, it's a lot of scandal going on out there, guys. Like I said, because some of that chemically treated Asian hair I've seen is gorgeous. You know, but if that's what I'm getting, let me know that's what I'm getting. Don't tell me that I'm getting virgin hair when it's actually not. You know, so that's some of the differences. Once again, we do have this hair for order at Cherie Latte Salon Couture, the Virgin Indian hair. You can give us a call at 215-921-6973 if you need to order, or you can place your order online at CherieLattes.com, or you can stop in at 5899 Lancaster Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That is suite number 4 to place your order for the Virgin Indian hair. So beware of the difference of Virgin and Remy and gathered lice-filled hair. Just be careful, guys. Watch it out there. And if you have any more questions, you can leave a comment below. I'll be happy to help you. So this is Cherie Latte coming to you from Cherie Latte Salon Couture, saying God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.